Reddit stories.
Need advice, please. So me and my boyfriend have been together for 5 years. We just had a beautiful baby boy, and I genuinely thought we were happy. He's never physically cheated on me, but in our first year, I caught him twice sexting and entertaining other women. He knew only one of them in person, and every time I try to ask him to remember who it was, he always claims he doesn't remember. He was on a lot of different drugs, so it might be true, but I doubt it. Recently I went on his Reddit and saw him trying to meet girls in our area. Since then I've moved out with our son. And he keeps trying to apologize, saying he was struggling with insecurity and depression. But it's the third time in our relationship that he's done this. He's putting blame on me for leaving our family and letting our son grow up in 2 different households. He's trying to make it right. But I genuinely can't get past this. Could you look past this for a child? Or you just had together, or am I right to be angry enough to throw 5 years down the drain? I really don't know what to do. I am completely confused. I need some advice, please.
Reddit stories.
You're absolutely doing the right thing. Don't ever think about time as the reason not to leave. It doesn't matter how long you've been with someone. Disrespect or cheating is not a bump or something that just comes along. You shouldn't have to deal with it. There should have never been a first mistake, but now there's 3. He doesn't respect you and he'll likely do it again. That is my opinion.
Reddit stories.
Oh yeah, you're definitely doing that right thing. He's a bastard for trying to put the blame on you for his scummy behavior. If he's done it at the beginning of your relationship, and now then who knows if he did it more without your knowledge. Follow your gut. If he's currently trying to hook up, it's likely he already has.
Reddit stories.
My parents started cheating on each other when I was 12 or so. They stayed together for 3 years after. My life at home was miserable. Even though they tried not to argue in front of me. But I could feel the hostility and resentment in the air. It was like a dark cloud was hanging over my home at all times. Kids are very perceptive to these things, but they have a hard time understanding them. I can say unequivocally that 2 happy homes is better for children than 1 unhappy one. And if he's done this 3 times already, he isn't going to change. He's just going to get better at hiding it.
Reddit stories.
Thank you. I keep trying to say that to myself. Because my parents also had an extremely toxic relationship, but stayed together just to split 15 years later.
Reddit stories.
Best advice my mom ever gave me was to never stay together for kids. Not just for yourself, but because that kid will grow up thinking it's okay to be miserable in a relationship. Your child shouldn't have to see his dad cheating on his mom. By accepting that your boyfriend is a cheater, you're showing your son it's okay to cheat. He'll either grow up and become a cheater, or he'll stay with someone who cheats on him. If you're trying to do right by your son, leave your boyfriend.
Reddit stories.
What's happening is hard, no other way about it. Truly only you know all the facts. That being said, as others here have said, do not stay together just for the kid. If you are miserable, then so will the kid be. You haven't wasted 5 years. Nothing is a waste, just lessons to learn and grow. Sometimes is painful, sometimes is not, but that's the way it is, that's life. Unfortunately, your case is not the only one. Hopefully you have someone you can sit with and talk to about this. If not, sit back, relax and do things the old-fashioned way. Take out a piece of paper and write the pros and cons. But ask the right questions when you write the list. Write the question down, so you don't wonder or change the nature of the question while you're making the list. Soon, things will clear up for you. And you will find the light at the end of the tunnel that you are searching for. Good luck.
Reddit stories.
I mean ignoring the constant cheating, you just sort of skimmed over the multitude of drugs. If he's still using, even if it's reduced or behind your back, then I wouldn't trust him around your son anyway until he cleans himself up. If he's cleaned himself up from the drugs, perhaps he is monkey branching from one addiction to another. It's very common for ex-addicts to do that. I'm not really pro-sex addiction, especially as an excuse or to downplay cheating, and I'm absolutely not doing that here. Just trying to give a possible explanation. But I can definitely see a world where he is addicted to that attention, and that's why he does it. All of that means nothing if you don't want to stay. Absolutely do not stay. Do not consider reconciliation unless you feel it's right for you. Leave him behind and block him everywhere. And only speak about your kid through a lawyer if you want. You'll get absolutely no judgments from me either way.
Reddit stories. Honestly, he'll just cheat again, they always do. For you and your son, I'd move on because you don't deserve that at all. My ex did the same thing, he never changed and only got worse. And the best thing I ever did was leave. He's cheated on you in more ways than you know. Count on it. You're not throwing 5 years down the drain. You're saving the next however many years you'd have wasted on this loser. Get free. You got this. Reddit stories.
You've already accepted the breakup. You don't need Reddit to reaffirm a decision you've already made subconsciously. Women check out mentally first, you know you've checked out. Especially if this is the third time you've caught him. I will say this way, all the pros and cons being a single mom is hard and can impact your life big time. It's a lot easier to forgive sexting than physical. Think bigger picture. Not saying he's right. But everyone on Reddit thinks their shit doesn't stink and tell you to break up over anything. If you guys make good money, have a happy home, a lot of things can be forgiven. When you don't have everyone in your business and all those external voices telling you what's wrong or right. I know you probably wanted a straight answer, but life is hard and complex. Whatever decision you make it with your own mind, heart, and conviction.
Reddit stories.